Now we're going to have this next gentleman that's going to come on stage. He is a ball of energy, and he's going to ignite this room, whether it's post-lunch or not. This guy's a phenomenal guy. He hails from Toronto. Don't hate him for that. Without further ado, from Keep in Touch Systems and the voice of Mind and Motion, without further ado, please welcome David Greenspan.
Thank you. What's happening? What's happening? Think about what it takes to make a decision. It takes thinking, which means it takes effort. And because it takes effort, it means it takes time. And because it takes time, well, it means it costs us money. Now, think about going to the top of the absolute highest mountain. And I give you two options for how you can get there. The first one is, well, you could strap on your hiking boots, put on a nice winter coat, put on the backpack, and go all the way up that thing and really brave the cold. Do the hard stuff. And I know, there's some of you in this room right now saying, I like a challenge, I'm athletic, I could do that. But then I present to you the second option. And I say, instead of having to work really, really hard for it, I could stick you in this really nice helicopter, you'd be nice and warm, you could still put your hiking boots on if you want. But I got to imagine most of us would choose the easy road, because it's just easier. Now, as you just mentioned, I hail from Canada, And up in Canada, we only really have two major cell phone providers. Like, I know down here you guys got a lot of them, but we really only have two major players. And for the purpose of today, I'm going to call them the red guys and the blue guys. Now, I personally happen to be with those red guys. But those blue guys, they've been around a long time, they're incredibly reputable, and they do a really, really good job. They're always coming at me with all sorts of marketing saying, hey, we're going to give you a free phone. We're going to give you free airtime, free long-distance, calling and text messaging, everything else. And I'm thinking, wow, it sounds great. And when you know these guys, you think they could really pull this thing off. But then I start thinking about something, and I think to myself, well, if I got to make that change, imagine, you're going to go get a new cell phone. You got to back up what you already have. You got to back up all your photos. You got to back up all your apps. Oh my God, what if I forgot my passwords? I don't even know half of my passwords. What about my email? You know what? Forget it. It is just easier for me to stick with what I got. And that is what you call the path of least resistance. Now think about this in terms of real estate, your business. What are you doing to make it easy for all the people you know? For everybody that knows who you are, for everybody that knows you, likes you, and trusts you, are you making it easy for them to connect with you? Are you making it easy for them to know you and to refer you? That's what we need to be doing. And you got to know something. I think it was Katie, somebody said it earlier, we see a lot of messaging every day. In fact, like they say, who are they? But they say we see over 3,500 advertising messages a day. Now, I got that one yesterday. I'm sure by today it's old, right? And there's a lot of messaging coming through, and I got to take some of the credit for that. As a marketer, we make a lot of noise every single day, and then we go home at night, we lay our head down, we come back the next day, and we make a hell of a lot more noise. But we're overloaded. We are completely overloaded. We're getting hit from all angles, and technology has made us e-fatigued. And when we look at technology, and I will even go straight to AI on this one. And I spoke to Katie about it, and I had a wicked conversation with Jason Fraser about it last night. This AI stuff is incredible. It is amazing. The one thing about it, though, all this big data, we're getting all of it, but we got to figure out how to use it, what to actually do with it, how to execute on it. So it's nice to say we got it. But what are we actually doing with it? How are we actually connecting with our audience? And we got to know, and we do know, in this business, we only have two audiences. This is simple stuff. We got the people we know, and we got the people we don't know. It is that easy. But you got to break it down. You got to understand who you're talking to. Why are you talking to them? What are you trying to achieve from them? Now, I've written a nice ebook, and I'd love everybody. It's a free download. You go on to mindshare101.com, download this ebook. It's the AMH theorem. It stands for Audience Marketing Hustle. Think about your business like the chocolate cake. Think about the AMH theorem like the recipe to make that cake. This is going to help you revise your marketing plan, your budgeting. Are you talking to the right audience? Are you using those right channels? Everything there is going to help you be better. And whether you're just starting out in the business, whether you're middle of the road, or you're like a freaking rock star in this room, This will help you get to that next level. Now, for those of you that don't know, I know he just introduced me. My name is David Greenspan. That's my contact info. I'm not a hard guy to find, so connect with me anytime. We can follow up. But let's go back to the audience for a second. When we look at those two groups of people and we say the people that we know in this room that 70 to 90% of your business is coming from that group. So we got to focus on that group. We got to be there. And again, as you implement all this technology and all these bots and everything else to make your job easier, you guys got to remember something. I don't want to be friends with your robot. It's a relationship business. It's about building genuine relationships with people. It's about truly connecting with people. And guys, this is not a transactional business. We're not selling TVs. We're not selling cars. We're not selling travel packages. This is a relationship business. You got to work your relationships. You got to have a contact list, a database of people. And guys, that is your gold mine. You just got to mine that shit. So we hear a lot about this stuff called neuromarketing and the study of the brain. And in the sort of deep context around this thing, this is the study around marketing stimuli and how we react to it. And when you simplify this thing, this is the science behind consumer habit. This is why we do what we do, why we make the decisions we make. So let me go deeper on this for a second. Let me really break this down. We got 3 levels of our brain. The first level, the biggest level, the newest level is called the neocortex. It controls our motor skills. It controls us walking and talking and me talking with my hands, because without my hands, I don't know how to talk. Then we got the middle brain, which we call the limbic system. And this is the part that controls our emotions. Whether we're really happy, a little bit sad, I'm freaking angry, hunger, sex, care for our offspring. This is the part that controls our emotions. Then we've got the reptilian brain. And this is the part that we really want to hone in on. This is the part that is the most powerful part of our entire brain. This controls everything we do. Let me give you an example. Let's say we're standing here at the edge of a cliff together. And I'm standing here, and you're like right next to me. And I say to you, hey, look down. You should jump. And you're standing there, you're looking at me, you're going, buddy, are you freaking crazy? I can't even see the bottom. Like, you're nuts. I'm like, it's okay, just jump, just do it, you're gonna be fine. And by the way, when you jump, there's a big pile of money down there. You're gonna be filthy rich. And you're still standing there going, something is seriously wrong with this guy. Now, we know this. Your neocortex, the motor skills, could allow you to make that jump, right? But you're still standing there going, there's no way I'm gonna jump. So I got one more trick up my arsenal here. I'm going to pull out the little marketing brochure, and I'm going to show it to you. So you're sitting there, you're looking at this, and you're like, oh, look at all the pretty pictures. Yeah. It says there's a lot of money down there. And oh my God, if I jump, oh my God, it says I'm not going to die. This is amazing. I'm still not going to do this, buddy. You're crazy. Now, why? Because this part of the brain, the reptilian brain, the instinctive brain, has caused us not to jump. No matter how pretty the pictures are, no matter how physically able we believe we are, it is not going to allow us to jump. Because this, the smallest, the oldest part of our brain, truly controls everything we do. This is why we make instinctive reactions to anything. This is what you call the path of least resistance. And that's why I sit here and I rant every single day of my life to you guys as an audience, as realtors. And I'm always telling you guys, focus on that right audience. We work with the people you know, and we always talk about the relationships. But you got to know how to communicate with people. You got to know why you're communicating with people. And there's truly only 7 ways to communicate in this real estate world, okay? 7. The first way is in person. And just like all of us here, why are we here? We could have easily done this conference online. But you just don't get the same flavor. It's not the same feeling. And we all love getting together and hanging out with each other. So there's value in getting together with people. The next way is the phone, calling people. And how many times realtors are telling me, but Dave, I make my phone calls. I'm like, yeah, but if you're making your phone calls, why aren't you calling people you know? Well, I like to call people I don't know. And quite frankly, for the people I know, I'm really not sure what to say to them. How about, hi, how are you? But we make it so difficult to pick up that phone. Text messaging. I got to tell you all right now, if anybody here sends me a spam text message, please stop. If I don't know you, how did you get my cell number? Why are you sending me a marketing message? I don't want that. That's for my friends to say, hey, Dave, I'll be there in 5. That's to say, hey, let's go for lunch. How'd the Leafs do last night? Go, Leafs, go. Okay? That's what text messaging is about. Direct mail, email, channels that you can use for marketing because, quite frankly, you're not actually physically there. So this is a way to get your marketing message across and let people know what you actually do for a living. And remembering that, yeah, I know there's a stigma around direct mail, but guys, quite frankly, I get more spam than I do junk mail. Think about your mailbox. Think about the fact that you're physically standing there in front of the house when you get your mail. You're looking at your house. You're subconsciously connecting yourself to that house. Now you're building the mind share. And then we talk about social media, and they say be all over social media. And I still don't know what the hell that means. I mean, we know you've got to be consistent about social media, but it's not a business media. It is a social media. And then I go on about web. And I mean, I got to tell you, with web has this big badass world of online, World Wide Web, and you got SEO, you got pay-per-click, you got remarketing, retargeting, in-marketing, God knows, you got chatbots, you got artificial. Oh my God, there's so much to do with the internet. How are we truly taking advantage of it? And when we talk about online lead generation, hey, if you've got the right system in place to take those leads and actually get them, and then take those leads and actually convert them, and then take those leads and actually nurture them if maybe by chance you get the deal. Well, now you have a proper support system. Because everything we do in marketing, everything we do to connect with people needs support. I talk about this one a lot. People will call me up and want to do flyer programs, farming programs, send out postcards to geographic neighborhoods. And I say, well, are you going to door knock? Oh, no, I hate door knocking. Well, what the hell are you doing it for? You think your flyer is going to do anything for me? But if you're going to door knock, make sure you've got a CRM so you can put people in the system and then stay in touch with people and have ongoing marketing. So everything we do, including online lead generation, social media, and anything else, it needs support. And we talk about the value of reciprocity. Give and you shall receive. Let's stop with the receive part. Let's remember it's about giving. Genuinely giving. Not expecting to get something back in return every single time you give. The world does not work that way. And seriously, if deep down you're going, yeah, I'm going to give, but I really want to receive. The universe is not going to pay you back that way. You got to continue to add that value. Reach out to people. When you're doing that, give them a CMA. While you're doing the CMA, let them know what the value of their property rose over the past year. Give them value, right? Send them the home anniversary card. Hell, I get people all the time who say to me, hey, Dave, you do all my database marketing. You do all my keep in touch. You help me stay in touch with everybody I know. Could you send a birthday card for me? Send a birthday card for you? You want me to send a birthday card for you? Why? Well, you do all my marketing. Like, you do my database stuff. No. I get it. But why do you want me to send the card? Oh, I'm just so busy. Oh, okay. So I got to ask you something. Why send the birthday card? Oh, well, and they sort of look at you funny, and that's when I look back at them. I'm like, are you serious? You want me to send the birthday card on your behalf? Guys, we have lost the art of wishing people happy birthday. You remember when we used to go to the store? Take your time to go to the store, look at that big rack of cards and have to make a decision, which took time. Then we finally find the card. And then we go back home and we got to write the card. And we take this time to put pen to paper and actually write this card. And then we take the card, we put it in an envelope, we seal the envelope with our own saliva, we turn it over, we put our own stamp on there, we write it with a pen, their address, and we take the time again to go drop it in the mailbox. Remember that? Back in the day? We don't do that anymore. And when people received it, it wasn't like, you were given that warm, fuzzy feeling. It wasn't just that it was like happy birthday, it was happy birth week for me. That was such a cool feeling, and you know what you did with that card, right? We all put it on our desk for the next 7 days. It's a good feeling. That's what we got to get back to. So no matter what technology is out there, remember something. It again comes back to that relationship. It comes back to being that trusted advisor. Truly achieving the highest peak, that highest place you can achieve with people. And the panel that broke just before lunch, they mentioned that as well. It wasn't about give the knife with the logo. It was about give the knife because you care, the gift. When people think about landscaping and they call you, they think about painting their house and they call you, they think about refinancing and they call you, they think about going out for a burger and they call you to see what you think. You have absolutely hit the entire highest place you can with anybody you know. And so the best part is I was just at another conference in Toronto a few weeks ago, and I get a lot of people that come up to me and they go, Dave, I'm doing all that stuff you tell me about and you talk about all the time, and I'm really working it. Like, I'm doing all that stuff, but you know, Dave, there's just no loyalty in real estate. And I'm thinking, loyalty? You want loyalty? Go get a dog. Real estate is not about loyalty. I mean, it'd be nice, but we got to think about the fact that people move on average every 5 to 7 to 10 to 12 years. When I sell my house or I move into my new home and we're done together, I'm not thinking about you anymore. I'm sorry, but it's not my job to do that. It's up to you to remind me, to build that mind share so I remember you. You can't be mad at me if I go talk to somebody else or refer somebody else. That's your fault. You got to be the one to build that. And it's, again, not about loyalty, it's about ease. It's about convenience. It's about what's good for me. No offense, not for you, right? Think about this one. If I said to you today, and just pretend you're at home, not in San Francisco, unless you live in San Francisco. But if I said to you, on your way home tonight, stop and get gas. Close your eyes for a second. Can you picture the gas station you'd stop at? What if I said to you, stop and pick up milk when you get home or on your way home? Close your eyes again. Could you picture where you'd stop, what grocery store you'd stop at? I'm sure most of us could. Why? It's not loyalty. It's convenience. It's ease. It's what I like to coin the term of mind share. And I talk a lot about this mind share stuff, and I hope everybody will go out and check out what it's all about. But to go a little bit further on that, now, you've all been a very, very rowdy bunch, okay? Oh, wait, everybody's here. When I'm going to ask you this question, I'd like you all at the exact same time to seriously just say out loud the first thing that comes to mind, okay? So, for example, I'm going to say to you something, and you're going to give me the first name, right? So I'm going to go, running shoes. There's always one in the room. I'm going to say to you guys, soda pop. Okay, same guy, for sure. I'm going to say to you guys, fast food. He's there again. Guys, that is what you call mind share. A top of mind, intuitive, instinctive reaction to a product or service. So I got one more question for you guys. When I say real estate, what is the first name that comes to mind? One guy. Is anybody else in here in real estate? No, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Everybody, just say it out loud. Okay, so here's the thing. I like it. Thank you for participating, one person. But here's the thing. If I was to call your office right now, and I don't ask for you, and I just say, hi, my name is David Greenspan, and I want to sell my house, who gets that deal? Don't answer it. Nobody wants to know. We get it, because it could be anybody, right? But the reality is, if I call up and I say, hi, my name is David Greenspan, and I want to speak to Judy Smith, who gets the deal? You want your name to be the first thing people think of when they think about their home. So what are you doing to achieve that? Are you building those genuine relationships with people? That's what this business is about. It's about developing the know you, like you, trust you factor with everybody you know. Truly caring, not just trying to get into my wallet, right? We don't want to be closed. And before you get into my wallet, you need to truly get into my heart and my mind. So guys, know who your audience is. Know what channel you're using. Use the right channel to deliver the right message. Develop the know you, like you, trust you factor. Build the mind share and be their path of least resistance. Thank you.